morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zainab Al-Beloushi. I'm working as process engineering, running Sigmafine in ORPIC refinery. We will go through a reconciliation journey. I will be present the first part, and it will be followed by my colleague Salim Al-Muqbali. So we will go through the agenda of. We will start with the opening, who we are, and the data quality, reconciliation improvement, reconciliation's value, and the digitalizations. The opening, who we are. Sultanate of Oman actually is located in the Middle East. Especially in the Arabian Peninsula, and we are one of the company. We are producing the fuel and oil. We produce actually around 1 million of a barrel of the crude per day. We are one of the company who's producing the oil, but we are not a part of the OPEC, actually. And about us, ORPIC actually is Oman Refinery Petroleum Industry Company. We are the Omani largest company to produce oil and gas, plus the petrochemical as well. So we have 4 plants. We have 2 refineries, and we have 1 aromatics plant, and we have polypropylene plant. All it is integrated under ORPIC company. Our product, actually, we are dealing with we have many different products. We have the fuel, and we have also the chemical plastic. We are producing the petroleum product to the customers with the high quality grade. Our journey starts since 1982 with the establishment of Oman Refinery Company, and still it is growing with the ORPIC project. It is a very big project. It will be produced the different type of the plastic grade. Process model. Actually, we are purchasing the crude oil through the pipeline. It's coming to our refinery. We are processing all that crude line. We are processing even the downstream to produce more products. For example, we are producing the different aromatics, and we are producing the plastic with the different grade. So the fuels goes to the customers via the pipeline or via the ship. Also, we have the polymer marketing. It will be a different office. We have different offices in the different, in different areas. We have offices in China. It will be and offices in Africa for distributing our polymer product to the world. So the data quality, with the data quality, we will gain some of the benefit actually, less time spent for reconciliation data. It will give us the time for to look out the real losses in the units. So we will have a time to look the real losses from each unit across the boundary. And this one, it will reduce the losses, which will resulting in to increase the revenue for the company actually, and it will increase the customer satisfaction. Now I will give the floor for my colleague Salim to explain the Sigmafine's journey and how it will help our company in the data improvement.
Thank you, Zainab. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank BIMSOFT for giving us the chance to present, and thanks for the all support given throughout. So the reconciliation improvement is data collection is journey of continuous improvement. How is that? We have a situation before the Sigmafine, and afterwards we have after the Sigmafine. Before the Sigmafine, we had the data collection, data processing, validation, to the publishing process. It takes a long time. And we are focusing only to compare what we have received, what we have shipped to the customers with the paper transactions. And we are only having the overview, or let's say boundary level material balance in monthly basis. And that's the hectic job which requires us to go to and fro to the operations, collecting the data every 2 weeks, or so frequently we have to go and collect the data, in which we might have high possibility of gross errors. Additionally, previously also, the manual data collection, it includes going to the ASTM tables. So we are cutting with the temperature, densities, etc. We're getting all the compensations and doing all of that manually. Imagine it is very difficult job. And we don't focus in the fuel and loss overall, and we don't compare ourselves to the global market in terms of the benchmarks. That's the situation before the Sigmafine. But after Sigmafine, we have changed totally. Now we are doing daily material balance. That's closed at day -1. So let's say for tomorrow, we have to do it today. It's supposed to be done from 00 hours to 00 hours, to midnight to midnight. And we have all the pictures. So if we can say that we have the inclusiveness, reality, detailing, swiftness, we can add to that, and accuracy. Inclusiveness, we included all the units, all the processes, all the reactors, even the hydrocarbons and non-hydrocarbons, including sulfur, water, etc. And in the reality now, we have more realistic balancing that includes all the nodes, all the shipment points, receiving points, and even shipment in and out and in between. So whatever we have in between the plant, it is already accounted here. And in the detailing also we have more detailed data, and this is a model. It gives us as receipt points, shipment points, and in between we have tanks, blending tanks, we have receiving tanks, intermediate tanks, and we have the process units overall. So it covers everything in the Sigmafine. So if we go to the next slide, we will see how we are benefiting more from the Sigmafine. So the reconciliation value, a continuous journey of value. So we'll start with the first one, the reconciliation value to ORPIC. So we have almost 6 points. We will start with the data, which was explained by my colleague Zainab. I will not go through it. The better measurement, so we have much better measurements that's coming automatically, validated automatically as well, and we can have triggers to check. Data value, maximizing the value of information, so that will help us also to do the analysis. The production accounting, in the next slide, I will explain how did we benefit from that. Loss identification. Now, the loss identification, now we are much better than before. In terms of fuel and loss, we are in all the plants less than the benchmark values. The device maintenance, it's self-explanatory. So Sigmafine helped us to improve the devices, because it will show the reconciled value versus the measured value. In turn, it will show the accuracy of that measurement. So production accounting benefits. Other side. Okay, we can see here, in the middle here, we are now in the execution, and time ago and time ahead. We have the reviews and decisions. And in between here, we'll have planned versus actual. This task will give us the performance management. So we are having at the right side the future, what the plan we are doing. So we are doing the plan based on the reconciled values. How do we do that? So on a daily basis, we do the reconciliation and publish that to all the custodians, including this scheduling and logistics, including schedulers and process optimization teams. They all, our custodians, they use our data to do the operation management, scheduling, monthly plan, and yearly plan. When we put all the reconciled data at the left side, we will tune the right side. Once that tuned, that will benefit, definitely, it will benefit the plant process, and also it will help us to have much better fuel and loss. So the value numbers here. We'll have some comparison about 2015, 2016, and 2017. First one is the uncertainty. Uncertainty in 2015, it was high, very high, around 17%. In 2016, it got reduced to 8. We started implementation of Sigmafine in 2013. But throughout the process of tuning the Sigmafine and running smoothly, it got improved. 2017, it is 3%. Plan versus actual, the earlier slide I showed you, the production accounting. So it was 2% gap between plan versus actual in 2015. Whereas in 2016, it reduced to 1.6%. And finally, in 2017, it got reduced to 0.5%. That's about the plan versus actual. And Sohar refinery, we have one refinery called Sohar refinery. It has very high fuel and loss. It used to have 16% in 2014 and 13. 2015, it comes 14.4. And then it got reduced to 13.8%. This refinery type is GOC4, is gas oil cracking 4. So the highest rank of refineries. And now in 2017, it improved to 12.4. And in 2018, till last month, it is 9.8. It is improving. So we can see the high differences in fuel and loss at the beginning. In between, we have reduced the gaps. And finally, we have good improvements. In 2018, we expect we have much, much better results. But we didn't include it because we didn't finish the year yet. So digitization. We are moving forward with the digitization. And IMM is the Intelligent Movement Management as supplied by BIMsoft. This is a very good tool. It will help us to map all the inventories across the complex, all the plants, in timely basis. So what we are aiming for, we're aiming for to publish our GRM or DGRM, a different terminology, on time. So we aim for D-1 as well, even the reconciliation along with the DGM to be run at D-1. To achieve that, so we decided to go with the IMM. To give you a brief about IMM, IMM starts with the scheduling team, starts with the APS, Aspentech, movement planning. So all the movements planned by the scheduling team, it will move to Sigmafine IMM, in which we will run, validate, and finally publish it. It will go to immediately to Sigmafine, in which we will run the reconciliation, and finally, the final destiny is the SAP, after which the ERP system can be used anywhere. That's all. Thank you. If you have any questions, please.